class. I never got to meet the guy. But what I took from that is it influenced me to want to join the military. When I was 4 years old, I knew what I wanted to do. Now, along the way, I've changed my reasons for wanting to join. At first, it's just because, oh, my grandfather did it. I want to join. That was 4 years old. Now I joined because of all the positive benefits the military has to offer you and offers everybody. It's not something special. I started talking to the recruiters in December, and I got a lot of information. I did a lot of research myself, and I basically took all that research, all this information, and I presented it to other classes. I was going to present it to culinary, machine trades, digital media broadcasting, and health occupations. Well, digital media broadcasting and machine trades, they could not do it, so I only got to present to culinary and health occupations. Out of those classes, health occupations went really well. I brought in an Army recruiter. I was going to bring in a Marine recruiter. He didn't show up. But with the Army recruiter, I talked to health occupations. They asked a lot of questions. It was pretty awesome. Went really well. And then culinary was a lot of students that didn't care what they like. They didn't care about the culinary at all. They just did not want to go in the military for that. And so anyways, one thing I took away from the culinary presentation, which is really funny, he asked everybody, do you honestly think you could join the military? And nobody raised their hand. Well, 2 people raised their hand. And so he just was asking random people, why don't you think you could join the military? And one girl, she's like, oh, I don't want to sell my soul. And that's such a negative connotation of the military. You don't sell your soul in the military. Yes, they control what you do, but any job controls what you do. I mean, you have free time. I chose the job of infantry. That was my choice. That's the only good thing about the Army. You get to choose your job. Marines, you can't choose your job. Anyway, so I chose infantry. And I'm going to work 40-hour weekday. Everybody else works that. Not a big deal. But with that, I have these awesome benefits. Tuition assistance. They pay for $250 per credit hour and $4,500 per year for my education while I'm in the military. So they're going to pay for my college while I'm already there, right? Okay, and then here comes the kicker. When I get out, I get the push GI Bill. This is really good because it's $65,000 to cover for my tuition. And if let's say you decided to join the military after you go to college, they'll pay $65 of your college debt. That's a pretty nice thing. I think that's amazing. As you can see, they pay for your housing, and they also pay for your supplies. With that amazing college, you also get free health and dental coverage. And I don't know much other place that you're going to get that. That's pretty nice to have free health and dental coverage. If you so choose to have a family, you can transfer your push GI bill. You can transfer that to your kids, so that way they get their college paid for. That's pretty awesome. Free health and dental coverage, that goes to your family as well. They don't get free dental coverage, you have to pay for that, but it's really cheap and it's really good coverage. They pay for your housing the whole time you're in the military. Either you're going to live on base and they don't have to pay for anything, or if you live off base with the family, they will pay for your rent or whatever else you have to pay for to live in the house. So they pay for you to live where you want to live. And this is the really good thing about the military. The whole time, you can have all these benefits, and they don't have to pay you. You're getting all these benefits, right? But they do pay you. You still get a paycheck on top of all these good benefits. You get a pretty good retirement plan. You get a 401k that's already set up for just military members that you can actually be a part of. And if you don't want to be part of that, you still, after you serve 20 years, you get half of your base pay when you leave the military. Here's a pay scale, and I just went up to 10 years because for the classes, this is part of the things that I actually presented to the classes. I don't think anybody in there is going to be in the military for more than 10 years, but as you can see, most people don't get past E7 because E8 is pretty hard rank to get. Only a few people get that, and E9 nobody gets, and that's the sergeant major of the Army, so he's the head of everything. There's only one position. There's no way you're going to get that. But as you can see, I plan on serving my 20 years in the military. And after 10 years, I've been making about $3,500 a month. That's pretty nice considering all the benefits I get. I'll be able to live off house, off base, have my own house. They pay for that as well. Literally everything that I'd be raking in for a paycheck, One thing that's getting taken out is taxes and all my other necessities that I want to pay for, like a phone. That's about the only thing that you necessarily have to pay for. So everything you make is from when you're private at E1, you make $1,500. Everything from E1, $1,500. You know, if you make E7 by 10 years, you make $3,500. Everything you make along the way is literally, you can just put in the bank. You don't have to pay for anything at all, which I think is a pretty nice benefit. 30 days of paid vacation annually. I don't know about other jobs, but I think that's a pretty nice benefit as well. Low cost life insurance. Life insurance is really expensive in today's economy, and this is low cost life insurance. That's pretty nice. Shopping privileges at the Army Exchange, which is another good benefit. It's everything you can buy at Walmart or Myers or wherever you want to shop, except it's military discounted and only military can shop there. So the item you want is probably more readily available. I didn't put this on here, but you get discounts, discounts at commercial flights, and then you get free military flights. So if there's a military flight going to your destination, you can be like, hey, can I come aboard? And they're like, yeah, sure, it's cool. You can ride with us. It's free, you know, don't have to pay it. I mean, commercial flights are pretty expensive, and I think it's pretty nice you don't have a free flight. Low-cost auto loans and saving plans that are only available to the military, so those are very readily available. So for the classes, this is multimedia broadcasting. What I did here is I listed all the jobs that the military has to offer for broadcasting and multimedia, and then all the jobs the Marines have to offer. And then I gave 3 example jobs. Here's an example job. As you can see, it's multimedia combat illustrator. They do exactly what the digital media class does here. You know, make awesome presentations and do a lot of stuff in Photoshop and Movie Maker. This guy right here, he makes his job in the military is literally to make posters, just for like classic posters, like you'd see in like the 40s, you know, during World War II, but for modern day people. It's pretty nice. That's his job in the Army. That's kind of awesome. I did civil affairs specialist for this group, and then I also did comic lithographer, which is they basically print the photos. You know, like in the movies, you know, you have like all that, like the red room, and you know, it's got the water, and you know, it's making the photos presentable, and that's what they do. So yeah, I presented this to the classes. Like I said, culinary wasn't that good. Health occupations was fantastic. A lot of people asked questions, which made the presentation go very smoothly. The Army recruiter, he was really good. I mean, he recruited me into the Army. That's why I knew I could trust him. He was here for both presentations and Marines. They didn't show up because I think they had to go to another high school to get people to join the Marines there. But it doesn't matter what you do in the Army or any military career. You can, let's say, Zach, you love band, so you can go into the military for band. That's your job. You're getting paid. You're getting on-the-job experience. Let's say you want to be an RN. Okay, you're getting on-the-job experience as an RN. While you're earning your degree, they're paying for your degree. You're getting on-the-job experience. So not only is it just college where you get that degree, you also get the experience. And for me, infantry, right? Let's say for some reason I'm crazy and I want to go work in a fast food restaurant, right? The fact that I'm in the Army, that's going to put my application above everybody else. If I apply for any job, even if it doesn't qualify me for that job, my job in the Army did not qualify me for that job per se, I'm still going to be on top of the application process because being a part of the Army shows you have a lot of discipline. I mean, you're very well organized, you're good at taking orders, which is another negative connotation about the Army. People are afraid of I don't want people to always give me orders. I hate being told what to do. You get told to do anywhere you go, you're going to get told what to do. It doesn't matter. And it so happens that the only time the Army yells at you is during basic training. That's the only time. Qualifications, I know for guys, if you wanted to go in, if you think you're not physically fit, qualifications to get into the Army is 42 push-ups, 43 sit-ups in 2 minutes, and then running 2 miles in 15 minutes and 54 seconds. It's not really that difficult. I know probably for women it's generally the same thing. It's going to be really easy qualifications, and they do this because they want people to join. They don't want to be like, oh, you're not physically fit, don't join. I mean, they're going to get you in shape at basic. They do yell at you at basic. That's kind of one thing I'm not looking forward to, is getting yelled at all the time. But anyways, yeah, the military is a really good alternative is just going to college right out of high school. Join the military, they pay for your college. And with that, you can also be reserve. You can go active duty, which is what I did, because I have no other plans. I plan to make military my career, so I don't have to do anything else. But reserve, you have to train 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks in the summer. And after that, it's your civilian life. You don't have to do anything else with the Army. And they'll still give you all the benefits I've already showed you. So they still pay for your college, but you get to live your life. You just got to train for 1 weekend a month. That's not that much. It's always the first weekend. So with that, you're getting on-the-job training, paying for your college, and you're still living your civilian life, and you still get to go get a job in the hospital if you want to be an RN, which is also pretty awesome. I can't really speak much for the Marines. I don't know much about them as I do the Army, because I did a lot more research on the Army. But the Marines, I'm sure it's almost the same exact thing. But if you're going to join the reserves for the Marines, you might as well join active duty. I mean, it's a whole different ballgame.